Well, happy Monday once again, everyone. Bryan Devore, Devore Realty Group, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties. We're in the spring season right now. Spring just began, although it's still kind of yucky out right now. But we do have the spring home buying and home selling season is about to get underway. What's that all going to mean? We'll have more on that next week. But this week, I want to give you my thoughts on the NAR lawsuit. Um, that's what it's been called, the National Association of Realtors lawsuit that just got settled. More on that in just a couple minutes. We'll get into that after we do the latest stats. Right now, we have 3,062 homes for sale throughout San Diego County. It's down 13 from last week. We've been seeing increases every week. It's down. Median list price, no change, $999,000. Average days on market, 44, 2 more days than last week. 2381 pending sales right now. That's up 76 from last week. Median list price, $879, higher than the week before. Average days on market, 25, 1 fewer day. So fewer homes on the market now than were a week ago. More homes in escrow. Months of inventory, slightly higher, 1.73, was 1.72 last week. Here's a chart showing total actives and total pendings. And for the first time in quite a while, about a month or so, we saw a dip in the total number of homes for sale. Not what we expected this time of year. We usually see that continuing to increase, but we did see the jump in the pendings. Interesting to see. Since last week, 723 homes came on the market, 60 fewer than came on the market the week before. With a median list price of $949.9, slightly higher than the $949 from last week. New pendings 461, an increase of 61 from last week. So 60 fewer homes came on the market, 61 more homes went pending than the week before. Median list price 909.5, higher than the week before. Average days on market, this is huge, 18, 15 fewer days. So the homes that went pending in the last week, 462 homes went pending, was the average days on market was only 18 and 15 fewer days than the week before. New pendings listed within the last week, 23. New pendings listed within the last 2 weeks, 249, 54% of homes are selling in 2 weeks or less. Since last week, we saw 368 homes close escrow, 18 more than the week before. Median list price of $890,000, higher than the ones that closed the week before. Median sales price $887,500, which was higher than the week before. So, but interesting to see though that the median list price was actually higher than the median sales price. That we've been seeing the opposite for quite a while. Average days on market, no change, 23. The least expensive sale was in Santee, manufactured home for $70,000. The most expensive sale was in Coronado, beautiful home for $9.7 million. Here's a chart showing new actives, and you can see the big drop, kind of a weird curve there, where we're not expecting to see continuing declines in the number of homes coming on the market this time of year. But we are seeing the big jump in the pendings and the higher closed sales. And then the prices, you can see we had been seeing median sales price higher than median list price. A little bit of switch there, but still strong prices. Okay, thoughts on the lawsuit. So here's what you've been seeing in the news over the last week or so. There was a class action lawsuit between home sellers, and the National Association of Realtors, plus bigger real estate companies. We're going to focus more on the defendant being the National Association of Realtors. The claim by the sellers was that the sellers were forced to pay a buyer's agent commissions, and so that was inflating what they had to pay in overall commission. That was their essential claim. Most companies have settled, including the National Association of Realtors, and for them, they settled for $418 million. It still needs court approval, and a lot of people don't understand that. Plus, there's also a contest period too. So that's kind of where we're at right now as far as what still needs to take place. Some further thoughts. So what is changing? What are the rules that are changing? And again, focusing on the National Association of Realtors. They govern most of the multiple listing services out there, which is where we agents find properties for our clients. No longer will the MLS display buyer's agent's commission. right now, with the way the rule stands, is buyers agents can see how much they're being paid by the seller. So the MLS will no longer display the buyer's agent's commission, and buyers must have a written contract with their agent. Just as we have written contracts with home sellers, a listing agreement, we have to have what we like to call a buyer broker agreement. Now, we have been using that, not been required, but we have had that contract in place and we have been able to use it. Now we're going to have to use that document. The rules are set to take effect mid-July. So between now and then, really nothing is supposed to change. The rules are still the rules. The displays are still the displays. We don't have to use the buyer representation agreement. We can and we should, but we don't have to yet. What is not changing? And I really want to talk about that because people are focusing on, the doom of the 6% commission, the end of the 5 to 6% commission. What is not changing? Commissions are negotiable. They've always been negotiable. In fact, sellers can, right now, if they want to, offer 0% commission to a buyer's agent if they want to. And they have been able to do that. Just hasn't been normal practice. So that's not changing. Commissions have been and continue to be negotiable. Sellers can still pay commission to buyer's agents. With this new ruling, it doesn't say that sellers can't pay the commission. It just says they can't display a commission in the multiple listing service. It has to be done a different way. Lender rules are not changing as of right now. And there's a lot of machinations that they have to go through to even do that. So for example, right now, VA buyers are not allowed to pay a commission to their agent. Okay, well, if the seller is not offering a commission to a buyer's agent, and now a buyer is forced or has to pay their agent, well, a VA buyer can't. So it's going to put them at a disadvantage. Home prices have been, are, and will continue to be based on market data and supply versus demand. They're talking about how home prices are going to go down because commissions are going to go down. We don't know if commissions are going to go down or not. It may be a little different way things are done as far as maybe the buyer will pay an agent commission, or maybe the seller will pay it. We don't know yet how it's going to all play out. But really, home values, it's economics, supply and demand, market data. What else has sold? What's going to sell? Who are you competing against? How many offers are on the table? That's really what's going to dictate, I believe, what home prices are going to do. So those are my thoughts on the situation with the lawsuit. I don't have a lot more to say yet because I want to see how it still plays out. Those are my thoughts right now, but I'll have more thoughts as things do play out once the rules are set, once things get approved by the court, and come July or maybe even beyond that, when the rules take hold. But for now, those are my thoughts. If you have any feedback you want to share, or if you have any questions about the lawsuit and what it might mean if you're looking to buy a home or sell a home, feel free to give me a call. Meanwhile, scan the QR code to track your home's value, plus a lot of other wonderful things through HomeBot. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. Hope you have a great day. Look forward to seeing you next Monday.
Thanks for watching Monday Market Moment with Bryan Devore. To request a transcript of this week's report, send an email to brian@devorerealtygroup.com.